Okay, so do you want to improve your ability to understand your swing? So when things go wrong on the course, it's really frustrating when you really have no reference points at all to actually go, well, actually, I know my tendency is to do X, and so I then can do Y to help it. Now, this is what these checkpoints are all about. Now, what we're going to be focusing on today is checkpoint number 3, which is the top of the backswing position. And really what we want to help you understand here is what most people tend to do, and one really great drill that will help you at home when you're doing your training to actually get the sensation and to work that key position in for yourself. So let me explain the checkpoint number 3, the top of the backswing position. So what most people will tend to do with their backswing position, I'm just going to take this pole and just put it over here for a second, is what they tend to do is they tend to, at the very top, most people tend to get very flat and get the hands quite low. So you'll see the hands working very much over here. And that again will generally cause, from this sort of position, an over the top move, because I'm too flat, I can't get back down to the ball. So the way I like to talk about this one is, over the years I've done some trick shot shows, and I'll put like a high tee up here and hit trick shots where you're hitting shots off here. Now when I do that, I will want to get a position where my hands are very low, because I'm hitting a ball that's high up in the air. Now that I don't want if the ball is down here. So if I do tend to get too low, and that I'm now imagining that suddenly I'm in a position where I'm better off hitting a ball up here, I have to get back to the ball, which is where most people then create this over the top steep move to get back to the ball. So again, most people, probably 90 out of 100, they're going to be too much round here than ever too much generally up into this position. Now, how to help you? What's the best drill to do this? Now, this pole here, for a reason, if I put this into the ground here, now you might not be carrying a pole like this around or have one of these at home with you, but what you can do is do this as if it's a doorway or a door frame. So if you imagine this is the door, I'm standing in the middle of the doorway with my heels against it. If I now do a practice swing working up, you'll see that actually if I miss the actual wall itself here, what it'll help me do is actually get my hands in a very good position, which is now more on top of my right shoulder, which is the checkpoint I'm after. If I start, and which most people will do to begin with when they're working on this position, they'll go and hit the actual doorway or the wall itself. So this is a great drill, a home training drill again, where you can stand there very confidently and get used to the sensation of what it feels like to get the club more vertical rather than smashing it into the wall, which ends up in a position which is round here. So remember, it's like playing the trick shot shows with the high tee. We don't want to be in a position where we need to do this. So we want to be in a position where we can go up, and then we can confidently come back down to the ball, which we'll talk about in the next checkpoint. So checkpoint number 3 is the top of the backswing position. We want you over, we want the hands on top of the right shoulder as a checkpoint. Now, yes, you can be a little slightly inside or slightly to the left side, etc. But what we're after here is a basic fundamental checkpoint that you can look for to help you with your game. So if you've liked this tip, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please ring the bell for future notifications. And just remember, you're only ever one tip away.